I mentioned that I've been enjoying my travels amongst your timers. I must say, I'm amazed at how difficult your society makes it to believe, or even to worship sometimes. Yes? You are always so busy doing this and doing that, going here and going there. And others who simply find joy in trying to dispel or discount the words of God and Jesus. No. I'm telling you, my friends, what I can guarantee you, what I can absolutely promise you, is if you have experienced Jesus, then the doubts of others shall matter not. Let me say that again. If you have experienced Jesus, the doubts of others shall matter not. Now, let me tell you about a fascinating experience I had just the other day here in your town. I was traveling around and I wandered into one of these local beverage places you seem to have on every corner. And I was sitting back enjoying this cup of the most interesting warm liquid. This was delicious. And I seemed to notice a man sitting across the way, and I said, it was a bit odd, but yet comforting at the same time. Comforting because, well, he looked a lot like me. It don't doubt me. He did. He had long, silvery hair, just like this tip. I mean, his was pulled back into some sort of a tail. He had very similar garb on, but his was more of a cowhide. I believe you call it leather, yes? He even had a simple headband on, just like this. And for the next few hours, we sat there and had the most remarkable discussion about Peter, Paul, and Mary. Oh, yes. Oh, you laugh, yes, you laugh. It was remarkable. I was feeling optimistic. I was alive again. And for a brief moment, it seems as though he wanted to go into discussion about how he saw them a few years back at some sort of musical gathering. I have my doubts. But, again, I wanted to believe. He was a believer, so, hey, Peter, chalk it up as one more follower, yes? I wanted to remind you that there was only one resurrection, my friend. And speaking of that resurrection, Jesus simply did what he needed to do to save all of us. And by all of us, I don't mean all of us, like Peter and Paul and myself who were with him then. I mean all of us. Everyone who simply believes. Look around. Look around. Look around yourself. Look around the room. Look around your lives. All amongst us are people whose lives and stories bear witness to the meaning of Easter. Friends, we have all been wounded. We have all had our intellect challenged by doubts or fears of the unknown. Yet, we have all felt and experienced redemption and healing through Christ. Friends, Jesus' life and his death were equally grand and equally convincing. I experienced both. But I can tell you, it is his resurrection that rescues the doubters and the broken, people like you and me. As Jesus meets our doubts with two simple truths: grace and love. And God simply asks us to feel and experience that. Yes, my friends, I left you in last year, and I assured you of one thing, and I'll leave you again with this. God's love for you is much greater than your doubts in him. God's love is much greater for your doubt. Yes. Unfortunately, there are those, maybe, perhaps, like me, and definitely like Paul, who somehow just need a little bit of a push.